Let's get started with game number 1, match 2, as these two players are ready for the semi-final match in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. You have 5 minutes to predict. So who will win? Dog or Andy? Place your votes now. We love gambling here in the classic Tetris community. K9 with a $80 donation. We have now gotten the prize pool up to $1,004 and has also given us 321 bits. Good luck, have fun, says K9. Thank you so much for the contributions. It is greatly appreciated. Andy with a J dependency. We'll get the Tetris, but now would love a Lombard or a J piece. Nice combinations of pieces here to keep this board clean and Tetris ready. So Tetris for Andy. Currently with a perfect 5 Tetris start. Make that 6 Tetrises perfect. Dog has taken 3 burns so far. Big shout outs to Burning. Jedi Master Polo, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Subscribe to tier 1 for 6 months in advance. Wow. Thank you so much, man. Hope you're doing well. Andy going perfect, still committing to this perfect start. Looking like he's gonna start burning. Oh, Vit set up there for Andy, and he's Tetris ready, but misdrops that Z piece. So there you go. Burns anyway. 230 for Andy. 209 for Dog. So this is a pretty interesting situation that we have ourselves in between this Dog versus Andy match. So in general, Dog has a advantage over Andy in terms of record or like previous match records. Dog has like a 22 versus 9 win to lose ratio against Andy. However, in this season, Andy swept Dog in the regular season. So if we're just talking about what happened in this season, Andy has the better looking start here, but still very close, evenly matched between these two players. 30 Tetris there for Andy, 291. Hype train, this is great. I love high trains, but also could you like go away, please? I'm trying to see what the predictions are looking like. Tetris there for Andy. 339 solves that L dependency. Yes, Andy did get the chair back. He's had it back for a few weeks now. Or maybe longer. Nice sequence of tucks there from Dog. Has the lead now and is also behind in lines over Andy, who's at 91 lines, 368. The Dog with an efficiency of around 600k transition if he continues with this efficiency. A couple more sequences of bursts. Holy moly! K9 watching Tetris with the 5 tier 1 gift subs to the community. He has gifted Glenn 2509, Drinking Public, Ricky Bot, Amy N6669, and MKWD2. We need to start setting up more emotes for this channel. We need to do something. What can we do though? We haven't used the parrot ever since Moo left. Tetris there for Andy, 463, 537 for Dog. has to be forced into a couple of burns here. And a Tetris for Dog. 563 can tech. 2 more Tetrises left until he gets that 600k. And he's able to get 3 more Tetrises before the level 19 speeds. Not 586, 121 lines. Can set up 3 more Tetrises, taking a sip of water or drink, whatever, before the 19 speeds. And he will transition with a 519, about 113,000 point deficit. As Dog is still at the 18, so Dog has the definitive advantage here into the 19. Wins this next Lombard for a touch, but doesn't get the right pieces in time. So gonna have to burn into the 19. Now transition at 634. So here go, off and running. The first transition of the set between the two players. Andy with 2 back-to-back Lombards to try and even out his stack. Gonna have to do some burning here. And Andy is going to clean out his stack. He's Tetris ready, waiting for the Lombard. Getting a bit droughted. Gets that T-piece all the way to the left side. And zips out square to the left as well to build up that left side and keep things clean. Tetris there for Andy. 593. Now is behind by over 150,000 points, but does take a Tetris into the 22. 621. Dog is experiencing the same mini drought that Andy experienced earlier. Scores a Tetris as well. Now 799. Nice T-tuck there from Dog at level 22. And a Tetris for Dog 827. Andy at 676. Has to take some more burns. Might go dirty here. Waiting on a Lombard. Is Tetris ready? Where's the Lombard here for Andy? Opens up his right well. He's still Tetris ready, but had to close down his right side right before the Lombard comes. He's still Tetris ready. Gets that square piece, solve that well. And a Tetris for Andy. 714 for Andy. 857. Now 889 for Dog. Has a 143,000 point lead. And a Tetris for Dog. 918. So with this efficiency, could even get like a level 25 max out. If he continues with this efficiency, Andy have to do some burning. Solves that dependency with a Lombard. Trying to clean this out. Trying to go for another traditional right side Tetris. Dog with a bit of burning he has to deal with. Had nowhere to place that square piece, but he's going to clean it out. And nice Tetris for Dog. 982, level 25. Next Tetris should give him the max out. And he is Tetris ready. Waiting for this next Lombard. Andy with a very messy stack here. Needs the right piece. It solves that J dependency. Now needs a Lombard. Solves that Lombard dependency now with capture issues there for Andy. But just going to be on level 26. By 27, it should be better. Just bear with us. And there you go. Level 27 for Andy. 838. 830 has to do a lot of kill screen if he wants to take this game. Who just joined the chat? I forgot to leave. Anthony so. Bye, Anthony so. Dog at 1.15, 867, 902 for Andy. So Dog with an over 200,000 point lead as we are nearing the level 29 speeds. Andy has to do a lot of work here in the kill screen if he wants to take this game. And Andy is Tetris ready for the last Tetris before the 29 speeds. And a Tetris for Andy with a one-off 974. Gonna have to try and be more efficient than Dog. Dog will get a 1.2 with this next Tetris. Andy already with a 991. Already at level 30 almost. He's Tetris. He's almost Tetris ready. Didn't get the right pieces though, so gonna have to burn this down. Is Lombard dependent? Would love a square piece. Gonna have to use a combination of pieces here as Dog transitions level 29, I mean, with a 1.22. Level 30 for Dog. Andy sets up a Tetris. He's Tetris ready for the Lombard. Getting droughted at the wrong time, but a Tetris for Andy. 1.06. Dog with a 1.23. Scores a triple. Now level 31. Andy level 32. Andy's trying to set up for a center well. And he's set up for the center well, waiting on this next Lombard. The Tetris for Andy, 1.1. Dog with a couple of misdrops here with a very messy stack. Has to burn this down. Andy going to try to use this opportunity to catch back up. Chip away at the lead. He's Tetris ready. Tetris for Andy. Looking to get Tetris ready again. He's going very aggressive. Will he get rewarded for his aggression? Tetris for Andy. But now he has to burn this down. Dog tops out with 1.33. So Andy, 1.33 is the score to beat. This is chase downable, but he's not with a clean board here. Let's see how he's able to solve this. Needs the right pieces. His Lombard dependent. Converts it into a L dependency. Gonna try to go for a column. Column 8 Tetris. He's Tetris ready. And a Tetris for Andy. 1.27. We have no way of telling what the board is looking like right now. He has to burn this down until we're at level 37. There we go. He's clean at level 37. So we can just burn this down, honestly. Take a triple. He's Tetris ready, though. Can he get the Tetris? And a Tetris for Andy. And we'll take game number 1. Incredible chase down here from Andy. Nigo ends the level 30 the game with a 1.44 GG's. Have it ready, so let's get started with game number 2. Can Dog tie up the set, or will Andy take a 2-0 victory, or 2-0 lead, I mean, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Go JS. JS. K9 with another 3, 2, 1 bits. Go Dog go. For those of you just tuning in, if you would like to help contribute to the prize pool for our top 4 players of Division 1, you can head on over to Matcherino and help contribute with sponsor quests and or actual real money donations. Any bit is greatly appreciated. Both players experiencing the same drought here. Andy with a Lombard dependency on column 8. Converts it into a J dependency with those 2 flat burns. Parents loudly making Italian food with the stream pulled up on their phone. I assume these bros are Italian. If you're referring to the background noise, that's on my end. And he's solving that dependency with a J piece. Tetris for Dog, for Andy, I mean. 222. Andy misdrops that L piece, so gonna have to do some burning here. No, they're ancestors. I think they're of like some Hispanic descent. Or something. I don't know. I could just be lying. I do lie a lot, honestly. Andy with a very messy stack here. But so does Dog, so both players experiencing the same situation. So this is going to be a race to see who digs out of this messy board first. Both players are making significant progress. Andy with a dirty Tetris. 282. Dog 274. Dog sets up a T-spin and hits that T-spin. Nice. Ooh, nice adjustment with a J piece. No worries, Tommy. All good. We love a little clowning every now and then. And he's having to come and open up his right well. He's touch ready, but has a pretty messy stack. He can't really afford to get droughted. Nice delayed burn sequence setups here from Andy. Tetris, nicely done. 334 versus Dog's 308. Andy has taken a Tetris lead after that fairly scary situation. A bit of online facts here for these two players. Both Dog and Andy have made it to the semifinals in every single CTL season since our inception of the playoff format, which began in season 17. Dog was the finalist in season 17, won season 18, and was the runner-up finalist in season 19. So Dog is going for the back-for-back final run, or finalist run. Dog with a Lombard dependency on the left side. Andy with a very messy stack! Needs a Lombard, needs a Lombard! And he's gonna top out with a 474, so Dog. 474 is the score to beat. There you go, final Tetris. One more burn should give him the victory. And... what are you doing, Dog? There you go. Dog takes game number 2 and will tie up the set. We do have a read from both players, so let's get started with game number 3 and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Let me bring the match reader a little bit more to the left. It's a little too left. There we go. Prime. Andy starting off with a very messy stack here. Takes a dirty Tetris. 35,000 points for Andy. 48,000 points for Dog. Ooh, nice tuck there from Andy. Is that a Buko? I don't know. But then misdrops that T-piece. Andy with a very badly timed drought. Ooh, nice double tuck there with the L piece. And is set up for a left well. No, it's not. Just a triple if you were to put that Lombard to the left. Builds up his right side. Scores a left well Tetris. Andy just been having the time of his life with these Force 40 lines with all these setups and sequence of pieces. Scores a little dirty left fold Tetris and another dirty left fold Tetris for Andy. 125. Is Lombard dependent on column 8. Solves that Lombard dependency. Dog having taken an early 69,000 point lead. Dirty Tetris there for Andy. 155. And now has brought this board down for a center well if we were to get the Lombard. He does get the Lombard for a Tetris. Nicely done here from Andy. 179 versus Dog's 247. after this match, I think we'll probably be having Kingsman on co-commentary. Assuming he's available. Woo! But that's a maybe. I don't know if he actually would be able to. 270 for Andy, 315 for Dog. Look who it is. It's Martz. What's up, Martz? Andy with a J dependency has a very messy stack. Oh my god, what is this? Board from Andy. Nice single. Need the Lombard to the right. Oh my god. Got the Lombard to the right side. Opens up his right well. And is Tetris ready? And a Tetris there for Andy. 326. Both players experiencing the same drought. But I don't think Dog was able to utilize that Lombard for a Tetris. Andy with a nice skim around the right side. Tetris for Andy, 357, has now brought this deficit a little bit down, but he's also very much ahead in lines. So Dog, assuming both players make it to the 19 speeds, Dog will definitely have the advantage into the 19. 444 for Dog, 402 for Andy, has 12 lines to go before the 19 transition. Originally we were gonna have Dan V co-commentate, but we had some complications with an injury. So we have to reschedule, and now I'm playing solo. Unfortunate, but Andy will transition at 453, I'm sorry. Has an L dependency, converts it into a Lombard dependency, goes for the Tetris first, and then solves a Lombard dependency, scores another Tetris into the level 20. 503. Dog still level 18. What's up, Mountain Dew? How's it going? Dog in a lot of trouble! Oh my god! Was dealing with the same thing that Andy dealt with in game 2. However, Dog was able to survive his situation and will transition with a 593. Oh no, I'm sorry, I meant one of the players. Alex T had a hand injury. 30 Tetris there for Andy, 539. Andy with a Lombard dependency on the left, going for these delayed burns here to keep this safe. Gets the Lombard to the left side, is Tetris ready. And a Tetris for Andy, 571. Another Tetris for Andy, trying to bring this deficit down as much as possible. Dog at 651 at level 21. So Andy with the definitive deficit by a significant margin. Even though in the real-time score, it's only a few thousand points. Dog is behind by almost 2 full levels. Is now barely at level 22 with another Tetris, 710. 657 for Andy, as Andy is Tetris ready, waiting for the Lombard, getting a bit droughty here, waiting for the Lombard still, and a Tetris for Andy, 685 into level 24. Yeah, it was non-Tetris related, probably. Andy sets up a tuck and gets that tuck with the S piece. Is Tetris ready? Dog with a Lombard dependency might go dirty. He set up for a dirty center well, but doesn't get the Lombard time. Experiencing the same drought that Andy experienced earlier in the game. Tetris for Andy, already at level 26, as Dog is barely squeezing in level 24. But Dog is busy burning here. He has to dig this down. He's now Tetris ready in the center. Still waiting for another Lombard. Not getting the Lombard in time. And goes for the dirty triple. So after all that work, was unable to score a Tetris. This is level 20. This is capture issues from Andy, so don't worry about that. Andy is burning those. Lombard dependent on column 4. Solves that Lombard dependency. Now has another Lombard dependency, this time on column 8. Let's see if you can solve this. Get some Lombard in time. Now has a Lombard dependency on column 3 again. Solves that Lombard dependency, and now he's going to be clean enough. Sets up a T-spin, hits that T-spin. He's at level 28, while Dog, level 26, has a deficit, but is behind by over 2 levels. Andy will transition momentarily here at 919, transition at 920. So we are off and running in the 29th speed for Andy. He's Tetris ready. Waiting for Lombard to Tetris for Andy. 959, 961. One off here from Andy. Looking to be more efficient than Dog once again in the 29 speeds, as Dog has one more Tetris here to go before the 29. 2 lines to burn for Dog. Andy already at level 30, almost at 31 here, going for Tetris. He's Tetris ready on column 2. And a Tetris for Andy, taking the lead with a 1.01. Dog waiting for the Lombard for Tetris. He's Tetris ready. And a Tetris for Dog, taking the lead now with a 1.03. Andy having to burn this down now. Level 31 solves that J dependency, trying to bring down this stack to try and build up another Tetris here. As we are off and running in the 29th speed, Dog is trying to set up for a Tetris here. Level 30, gonna go for the safety burns right now, and he's almost Tetris ready, going for another safety burns. He's ahead by 16,000 points, and he could have set up for a Tetris there, but decided to go safe. Takes a safety triple now. Level 32, Andy level 33. And he might set up for a column 3, but doesn't get the right pieces here. He's gonna have to produce some burning, and takes a safety triple. Nice flat burn here from Andy, but hasn't been able to capitalize on this 29 speed, so he's now behind by 49,000 points. Dog is also burning here. Andy now level 35, might set up for a row 2 Tetris, and he set up for it, getting shrouded though by 21 pieces. Goes for the safety triple, almost at level 36. This is going to be where his capture is going to screw up a little bit here, so bear with us. But Dog now with a 1.13. And a Tetris for Dog, taking the lead now with a 79,000 points. He might set up for another Tetris, and he's Tetris ready once again. And Dog waiting for the Lombard, experiencing the same drought here. And he allowed level 37, but Dog's gonna mix drop, and then it will take the game with that Tetris. 1.2 out of nowhere. Andy has taken the game. Can Andy take the set, or will Dog force a decider in 3, 2, 1? Tetris. There we go. Perfect. So Dog on the ropes. Looking to force this decider. Tetris there for Dog, 69,000 points, has a built-up left side wall, and he has a J dependency on column 2. Converts it into a Lombard dependency as the Lombard shows up another for the next piece. They are indeed future World Championship players. In fact, Dog is a former World Championship player. Or he's still a World Championship player, I just mean first World Championship winner. So Andy with the Lombard dependency. Dog with tuck sequence, tuck setup there. Gets a nice J tuck. Yeah, we've been seeing some great games here. Dog with a bit of a messy stack here. Has to do some burning. Dog sets up a double Lombard dependency. Gets both of the Lombards he needed to solve those dependencies, and then we'll score a Tetris 289. Well, Andy has to do some interesting setups here. Is Lombard dependent on the left side. Has a 42,000 point lead. Solve that Lombard dependency. He's building up his left. Is Tetris ready? Dog going kind of aggressive here with these setups. Ooh, nice flat tuck there with the J piece on Dog's side. 316 versus Andy's 401. Andy with a J dependency. Solves that J dependency now. Would love an L, a J piece, or a Z tuck. Goes for the J tuck. Or a Z spin, I mean, not J tuck. Andy now with a L dependency and a Lombard dependency on the left. Let's see what he ends up doing here. Converts it into 2 Lombard dependencies. Now with a messy stack. Going for the split double. As Dog can use this opportunity to take back the lead, or at the very least chip away at this deficit. Andy with a 30-piece drought that has formed. Solve that Lombard dependency. Having to clean out a stack, trying to open up his right well. He will be Tetris ready once he's open. And a Tetris for Dog. 438 at 101 lines. Andy 487 at 109 lines. So Andy with the advantage in score. But in terms of pace, we are neck and neck, as you can take a look at the bottom left and bottom right. 73% Tetris rate for Dog, 75% Tetris rate for Andy. The winner of the set will move on to the championship finals against Alex T. And I'll make sure to ping everyone in the announcements after that happens. Andy will transition with a 603. Dog still at level 18, so Andy has consistently been ahead of in lines. Has been transitioning well above or well before Dog. And he might set up for a I don't know if that was a double flip or not, but it did cause some complications. He is Tetris ready, and a Tetris for Andy. He has to clean this out though. So won't be able to Tetris anytime soon with a traditional right well Tetris. He could go dirty, and he is going dirty here. Waiting for the Lombard, and a dirty left well Tetris for Andy. 706. Andy might go for a left fold Tetris now as Dog is at level 20, 632. Andy at 712. Oh, Andy misdrops that Lombard, but gets another Lombard just in time. That was a bit of a scare there with the hang. But Andy committing to this left fold Tetris setup. Dog, bit of a misdrop by looks of it with the Z piece. Solves that J dependency, is Tetris ready, but it forms a hole in column 3. Gonna have to burn this down as he's maintaining at 100,000 point deficit. Andy has the lead, but is also ahead by over 2 levels. Dog scores a Tetris 691, and he's scoring a Tetris of his own. Kind of a misdrop there with the J piece. I don't know what's going on with Andy's board. He looks like he was fixing something on his phone. Maybe it was like a buffering or something, I don't know, but it did cause a misdrop. He was able to survive that misdrop though. Gonna have to do some burning, however. Might set up for a column 2 Tetris, and he's set up for a column 2 Tetris, waiting for the next Lombard, as Dog has now brought this deficit down to less than 100,000 points, and he's also behind in line, so this could be bit of a factor as we near the 29 speeds. Andy with a Tetris 882, Dog at 788, doing what he needs to do here to try to stay alive and force this decider if he can. Andy solving that Lombard dependency on the left side once again in these level 6 color schemes on Andy's capture. Gonna make his board look a lot more jank than it actually is, but it was definitive that Andy was doing some digging here before the 26 Bs, and looks like Andy's in a lot of trouble here. Let's see what his board ends up looking like. Yeah, there we go. He has a dependency that formed on the center. Solves it with a Lombard as he is running out of time. Dog is almost taking the lead. Actually, he has the lead this time. And he's also behind in line still. And he having to burn this down before the 29 speeds. Can he do it? He has 10 lines to go. Is running out of time. Has a J dependency on column 2. Solve that J dependency. Now needs him to the right side. Solves it with a nice L piece. And he's going to transition in one more burn. He transitioned with 930 behind by over a Tetris. Make that 2 Tetrises. Dog still level 27. Andy is clean now, and he's Tetris ready. And then boom, Tetris for Andy, 977. Dog now also doing some burning into level 27. Andy staying alive here, not going down without a fight. But Andy not getting the right pieces here. He might set up Dirty once again, but didn't get the right pieces to set up Dirty on the left side, so he's still alive regardless, but won't be able to capitalize on this efficiency, as Dog just now transitioned at level 29 with a 1.11. Andy with a max out at level 32. Andy with a misdrop with a Z piece. So can Andy take the set, or will Dog force the decider? Andy with a Lombard dependency. Running out of time as Dog is now overtaken Andy and has a 158,000 point lead with a much cleaner board than Andy does and a lot more leeway. Andy getting some awful pieces here and might top out by the looks of it. If he doesn't get the right pieces, gets that Lombard all the way to the right side, misdrops that Z piece, and that's gonna do it. And we have ourselves a decider. So both players are ready here for this decider. Let's see some hype here, because we're about to get started here in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Go JZ. Here we go. Last game of the set. Dog looking to maintain his streak of reaching the finals in every single season that we've had the playoffs format. Dog starting off with a pretty precarious board here. Gonna do some early burns. And he also not with the cleans of stacks, so looks like it's been a bit of a rough seed here for both. Gets that Lombard to solve that J dependency on Dog's side. And a Tetris there from Andy, 76,000 points. Nice skim there from Andy. Scores a Tetris 100,000 points. Dog at a 103. So we are neck and neck here. But Andy does have a slight advantage by less than a Tetris. And he's setting up a Vitz on the right side. Gets that Vitz. And scores a Tetris 169. Both players being hit with a drought at the same time. Dog getting a bit high up there. Looks like a 33 piece drought there was the final result here as Dog scores a Tetris. So does Andy, 198 versus Dog's 181. Andy with a center, with a spire that form in the center with all these square pieces. Yeah, shout outs to Miles for getting VIP. Andy with the Tetris 293. Dog at 273. Yeah, Andy is now taking about a Tetris lead still. As we are making progress here, over halfway done through the 18 speeds. Andy with some uncomfortable pieces here. Forced to create a bunch of holes in his stack, so gonna have to do some burning as Dog could use this opportunity to take back the lead. Andy needs the long bar here to solve the dependency. Gets the long bar in time and solves that J dependency that formed on the left side, but does miss drop that S piece. Now has another J dependency on the left. It's a nice double, solves this dependency with a long bar. And he does get a Tetris, but has a hole in the first row. So, not going to be Tetris ready here. And a Tetris there for Andy in the center. 410 at 110 lines, 459 for Dog. And there you go, have a copy pasta by the looks of it. Andy's timing is incredible when Tetris. He's very always get the Tetris when Andy play Das. He get like 1 billion points when Andy in a dick. He always get out. Andy, my hero. Andy, best Tetris player. Swear on my left arm. There you go. You love it. 488 for Dog. 481 for Andy. And Andy will transition at 530. Dog with one line to burn before the 19 speeds. We'll transition with a double at 516. So here we go. Final 19 transition of the set between these two players. Could this come down to the 29 play? Or will something happen earlier than that that will help us determine who will move on to the finals? Dog with Tetris 615, Andy 609. Dog scores the Tetris now at 641. Oh yeah, I didn't really notice, but Andy's just been dassing. Ooh, Dog in a lot of trouble, hung a bunch of pieces on the left side. But this is still survivable. Gets the lumbar all the way to the left, so gonna have to do some burning as Andy has a cleaner board. Scores a Tetris 693. Looks like Andy's doing some practice here for the DAS tournament. Dog needs a lumbar. Had to close down as well right before the lumbar comes. Gets the Z piece all the way to the left side. Has to keep burning. He's surviving though at the very least. Okay, after that misdrop, Andy's going to be switching to rolling. So, albeit, even though Dog has been digging a lot, he's only behind by... Actually, he's taking a lead now. 728 versus Andy 712. Both players experiencing the same drought here, as they're also experiencing the same dig, basically. Andy with a very messy stack here. Dog doing some better efficient burning here. Takes a Tetris 776 versus Andy 734. So just like that, Dog has overtaken Andy. And Dog scores his Tetris now. 816. Andy at 7. Make that 802. And another Tetris here for Dog. 851. So both players not with the most efficient of games, but that's not what matters right now. Unless you're more efficient than your opponent. Tetris there for Andy, 841. And both players are very efficient on 29 speeds. Another Tetris, 876, 889 for Dog. 888 for Dog, sorry, at level 27. So this is pretty close. Andy with a messier stack here. And it's also behind with the real-time score. And Andy will transition at 895, solves that Lombard dependency. And here we go, final 29 transition for these two players. Who will take the game? Tetris for Andy, 934. Dog with a max out in the 29 speeds. Another touch there for Andy, 972. So Andy doing what he needs to do here to try to catch back up here with Dog. And Andy trying to set for this next Tetris. Dog already Tetris ready, but forced to close down as well. But he's still Tetris ready. Where's the Lombard here for Dog? Both players waiting for the Lombard. Tetris there for Andy with a max at 1.02. Still behind by 30,000 points as Dog goes into level 31. He's Tetris ready. Tetris for Andy taking the lead. Dog having to close down as well, but he's Tetris ready. Tetris for Andy. For Dog as well. 1.09. Andy with a 1.1. Gets the Lombard all the way to the left side. Dog with a Tetris taking the lead. As we are off and running here, still going on these 29 speeds. Andy is Tetris ready though, takes the lead with that Tetris. Dog looking at Tetris ready here, has lost the lead. He's Tetris ready on column 9. Where's the Lombard here for Dog? Getting droughted on Dog's side. Gets that JP dependency solved. And a Tetris for Dog at level 34. Andy with some burning he has to deal with. Solve that dependency with an L piece. Only 4,000 points separating these two players. We are so close. It is too close to tell what's going to happen. Andy with some burning he has to deal with. Lombard dependent on column 2. Had to cover up that Lombard dependency. And this could do it for Andy if he doesn't get the right pieces. But he does open up his Lombard dependency. And he is clean by the looks of it. Keep in mind, this is like capture issues from Andy. So Dog now with a 1.28. Andy with a 1.28 as well. Only 7,000 points. And now level 37. This could come down to double kill screen. Tetris there for Andy. 1.33. Another dirty Tetris. Another dirty Tetris for Andy. 1.38. Can set up 3 more Tetris for level 39. And looking to get Tetris ready here. Tetris ready. Tetris for that for Andy. 1.43. Dog with a 1.31. This could be insurmountable. Dog needs to go perfect now. There's no other way. He's Tetris ready. And a Tetris for Dog. 1.4 for both players, but Andy takes the game with a more efficient 29 start. And will move on to the finals. Unbelievable decider here from these two players. Andy has made Dog lose his streak of making it into the finals every single season since season 17. And Andy will be the one who prevails and will move on to the finals. What a game. What a match. I am losing my voice. So here